Welcome to lesson one of our Let's Glow workshop. This is super exciting. We are going to learn so many amazing things together in those 4 modules and 17 videos that follow. So let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any time. The first thing that people notice when they look at us is our face, specifically the skin. When the skin starts to change due to aging or hormonal changes in our body, we often experience skin problems like irritation or acne. It usually makes us feel very, very self-aware. Would you agree? Some might even feel embarrassed, like we just want to hide. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like you ever had a pimple or sore and you felt like it's the center of the universe, like everyone was looking at it. The truth is, we all want to be liked and we all want to look our best at any age, any situation, any circumstance. And it is absolutely possible. So let's talk about this amazing organ that does so much for us. The skin has 3 layers: the epidermis, the outermost layer of the skin, and it provides a waterproof barrier and creates our skin tone. Underneath it is dermis, that's right beneath epidermis, and it contains tough connective tissue, hair follicles, sweat glands, all kinds of other stuff. And then the deepest layer is called hypodermis, and it's made out of fat and connective tissue, also called fascia. Now, the skin color is created by special cells called melanocytes. And these melanocytes produce the pigment melanin. And melanocytes are located in the epidermis. But we'll talk more about that later. It's a little too advanced for this step. So, while there are many skin conditions that people suffer from, there are 4 most common skin concerns that dermatologists see in their patients. And these are acne. It could be a teenage acne, adult acne, cystic acne. It could be caused by hormonal changes, and typically it's caused by hormonal changes. It also could be caused by environment, all kinds of different things. But 85% of the population actually suffers from acne. So this is the most common one that the doctors see. The next one would be melasma. Melasma is a discoloration of the skin caused by hormonal changes in the body. You typically see it in women right after pregnancy. We call it the pregnancy mask, but it also could be caused by like years and years of being on the pill, birth control pill, right? Contraception. So that happened to me. That was my problem, skin problem, my thing. I was on the pill for what, like maybe 30 years straight, like using the contraception. And when I turned 40, right after I turned 40, it started to show, and it came out of nowhere. Like one day it was not there and the next day it was, and I was like shocked, like what is this, right? And super, super difficult to get rid of. So if you are exposed to the sun, it gets worse because the sun pulls it out even more, makes it more visible. And yeah, so living in California for me is probably not the best choice. So that's number 2. Number 3 problem that the doctors see is all kinds of dermatitis. So it could be eczemas, rosacea, psoriasis. Dermatitis is a skin irritation in general. So anything that causes the skin to be itchy, red, like scaly, like it's peeling, it's dry. So that's the number 3 problem. Number 4 would be patients who come who see all signs of aging and they want to reverse that. So it'll be people who noticing wrinkles, lines, enlarged pores, loss of firmness, dullness in the skin. You could see like enlarged capillaries as well. So that's all as we age. It's natural, but it could be helped. So the dermatologists see a huge amount of patients who come to them with the aging issues. Now, since we all deal with some, hopefully not all of them, but some of these issues at some point in our lives, let's talk about why it is important to take good care of our skin. First of all, it's the largest organ in our body, and covers total area of about 20 square feet. That's huge, you guys. It's a lot. It helps us breathe. It protects us against environmental factors. It helps us safe, or it keeps us safe from microbes. It helps us regulate our body temperature through sweating, sweat glands do that. Now it helps eliminate toxins, and it also helps us feel the touch, heat, cold, right? We have all these nerves and sensory connections in our skin. So did you know that what you apply on your skin will be absorbed into your body to some point? The pores in our skin will pull it in, and the tiny capillaries will distribute it to the whole body through the bloodstream. Now, this really depends on the product, because some products will have molecules big enough that it will not perforate the skin. But some are like, they are so tiny, these molecules, they'll totally get through the skin, through the pores to the bloodstream. So it's really important that we focus on the quality of the skincare products, right? Would you agree that would be important? Awesome. So let's pause here for a second. Let's talk about the biggest mistake that people make when shopping for all natural skincare. Usually do it in a good faith. They look for products that are organic, not knowing that some of these products could actually harm them. Also, well, just because the product is marked natural does not mean it's safe and effective. And just because a product is not considered natural does not mean that it's not safe or effective. Most ingredients are derived from natural ingredients. Natural products can be toxic or allergenic. So, for example, take bergamot or clove or almond extract. Like lots of people are allergic to that. Now, natural versus chemical is a wrong way to look at skincare products. Chemicals are not bad in and of themselves. We are made of chemicals, right? Like, look at it, think about it. Like, water is a chemical. You see my point? So, there are natural and synthetic chemicals, and this is the important distinction, okay? Often the synthetic chemicals are produced because they are safe compared to the natural alternative. So, take for example, melatonin. Natural melatonin often contains viruses. That's why they produce a safe synthetic version of it. On the flip side, cyanide is a natural chemical, but I wouldn't recommend rubbing it on your face. So the confusion stems from the food industry, and the food and skincare products are not regulated the same, you guys. While the regulations for food are pretty strict, it is not the same for the skincare. For a skincare product to say natural, all it has to contain is one natural ingredient. Could be also loaded with a bunch of chemicals too, but as long as there is one natural ingredient, what you'll see on the packaging is natural product. Now, organic, the word organic does not even apply when it comes to skincare products, because for organic, it would have to mean it's been grown by organic farmer, and like all the ingredients are being produced organically somewhere. So that's not gonna or happen either, because that doesn't even, it's impossible for skincare. So I hope this clarified it for you a little bit. I kind of bullet pointed here for you. So many natural skincare products are not regulated by FDA, while lab made must be, okay, because they are made in lab, and FDA will take care of it. Like they have really like, they want to regulate that. So natural ingredients, one natural ingredient in the product, and the product could be marked natural. Too much of good thing could be bad for you too. Now, it might contain impurities like molds and microbes and bacteria, could be allergenic, and there's usually a little bit of proof behind, the it works claim. So there's usually very few studies, or usually a non-existing studies, while in the lab made it's safe, because somebody made it, they must be, they stand by it, it must be tested. like I said, it could not contain too much of one ingredient, no impurities at all, otherwise FDA would shut it down. And the products have been clinically tested with proven results. Otherwise, it would not be, let in public and for public use. So that's very important to understand. Okay, now now that we cleared that out of the way, let's look at another important factor, the product user. That's you guys. So in my coaching practice, there are typically two types of people that I work with, or they come to me when they first come to me. And they're on this spectrum, or like on one end or the other end, like very extreme. Okay, one group is people who are absolutely clueless of what to do, but they want to get results, so they come to me. And when I ask them, so what's your skincare now, like what do you use, they typically admit to washing their face with the same soap they wash their bum, right? Like you see the guy on the left, like he's in a shower, and there's the same soap covering his hair, his face, his body. It's like, what's I mean, yeah, kudos for you for washing, that's great, but you guys need to understand that the body wash, the body soap is not for your skin on your face like at all, because it would dry it out typically, and it's just causing more damage than good. So that's one thing. Second group of people are people who are obsessed with skincare and looking good, and they are ready to spend outrageous amount of money on their skincare. They always looking for the latest trends in cosmetology and dermatology, and they're not afraid to go for the needles and all that. So if you're watching this presentation right now, chances are that you have no time to pay a visit to your esthetician or dermatologist every single week, but you still want to get the results, right? So my goal is to teach both these extremes, both these groups, how to meet in the middle, like how to get the results without having to spend a lot of money or time, or go, crazy. So you probably want to look great. You probably want to have healthy and radiant skin. Am I right? You want to look younger, and you don't want to have to sell your house to do that, right? So that's our goal. So now that, guys, there are many cosmetic and derma products out there. I'm sure you've seen, I'm sure you know. I mean, you live on this planet in the 21st century, you know what's going on. So how would you know what is good and what is not? And since each person's is different, how do you figure out what's best for your skin? This is really, like, people typically don't think about it, but this is really important. In the next lesson, I will share with you the 3 secrets formula, right? Remember, um, that not many people know about, but that make world of a difference. So let's jump into lesson 2.